Hey everyone, today is the 20th of February and it is the Duchess of Unicorn YouTube channel. And I'm actually recording this video before the one I really wanted to do. So let's just get into the disclaimer. My channel, the Duchess of Unicorn, is for entertainment only. It's a channel in which I share my opinion on everything royals in terms of how it relates to Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, of course, and what the craziness that is going on with these two, which are just, it's very exhausting, right? Don't you agree? And so today I came across this article. As you may know, if you watched this channel before, I am in the United States and I share my United States browser. Now, everybody's browser has its algorithms and it's kind of like tailored to what you usually kind of look at. So everybody's browser may just be a little bit different. So I just want to share mine. And I found this from The Sun. And Meghan says, royal blood, it starts. Meghan Markle says nothing legally stopping her and Prince Harry from using Royal Sussex, or Sussex Royal, after Queen ban, pals say. Now, okay, Meghan, she's going to get a little crazy with herself and going to have herself slapped back, but I hope not. But come on. Now she thinks she can dictate what the family has given her as a name. The leader of the country, even though they say she's a figurehead, the leader of the country gives you a title, and you think that when she bans you from using it, that you can, in fact, use it anyway. Well, okay, Meghan. I think she's getting a little ahead of herself. It's willful, it's interesting, but enough is enough. Every corner that we turn in terms of Meghan and the royals, it's a power struggle. And Meghan never really had any power until she married Prince Harry. She never really wielded any real power. And to come up and use Prince Harry as a stepping stone and, to your podium, your world podium, that really nobody really wants to hear from Meghan. They want to hear from Harry. But I find it really chaotic what's going on in terms of her, not so much Prince Harry. So Meghan Markle has reportedly told friends there is nothing legally stopping her and Prince Harry from using their Sussex Royal branding despite a ban from the Queen. The Duke and Duchess were forced into an embarrassing climb down last night after spending tens of thousands of pounds on their, which is not really their, Sussex Royal website and trademarks. The Queen has banned them from using the Sussex Royal brand. But Meghan reportedly believes there is nothing stopping the couple from using the branding. Now she's an attorney. Following lengthy Buckingham Palace talks, the Queen and senior officials have ruled the couple cannot use the word royal in their new roles as they step back from their royal duties to start a new life in Canada. I know that Canada thing is going to change as well. In an unprecedented move, the Queen brought in top lawyers to block it and to outline the case in UK court banning the use of the word royal for financial gain, the Mirror reports. But according to pals, Meghan believes there is no legal comeback for the Queen if they continue to use the brand after quitting on March 31st. A source told the Daily Mail the brand shouldn't even be an issue in the first place, and it's not like they want to be in the business of selling t-shirts and pencils. But let's stop right there, because we who have researched and who are actively searching stories and articles on Meghan have found that Meghan has trademarked Sussex Royal to do everything from magazines, newspapers, print work, t-shirts, hats, educational purposes, charities, you name it. It's like, seriously, it's like A to Z. It's crazy. And again, it's that whole money grab. She seems so thirsty, and it's embarrassing. Meghan said she's done with the drama and has no room in her life for naysayers. And the same goes for Harry. Harry and Archie have royal blood, and no one can take that away. Meghan said the global projects they are working on speak for themselves, and they choose that name to protect the royal name, not profit off of it. That's just bull crap right there. She said, regardless of the name, Harry and Archie have royal blood, and no one can take that away. And that as a family, they will always be considered royalty. I think Prince Harry, yes, will be considered royalty. And if this little boy Archie does exist, yes, he has half of royal blood. So, yes. So basically, by default, she's just admitting in a nonchalant way that she's riding on the backs of these two people. Excuse me. However, in the latest humiliation for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, a spokeswoman for the couple last night confirmed they will drop the brand from this. They will drop the brand from this spring and not use it anywhere in the world. They said in a statement, while the Duke and Duchess are focused on plans to establish a new non-profit organization, given the specific UK government rules surrounding use of the word royal, it has been therefore agreed that their non-profit organization, when it is announced this spring, will not be named Sussex Royal Foundation. Boom, there it is. Boom, there it is. Okay. While there is not any jurisdiction by the monarchy or cabinet office over the use of the word royal overseas, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex do not intend to use Sussex Royal in any territory post-spring 2020. So as of spring is so vague, but I guess it's at the end of March, early May, April, I don't know, April, they will not be using Sussex Royal. As the Duke of Duchess of Sussex, excuse me, suddenly I have a tickle. If you hear a noise, it's my room heater. I have a little heater on. It's a little drafty, so if you hear that extra running noise, please disregard it. I hope it's not a big deal in this particular video. It's so chilly. Okay, we hope that you use this site as a source of factual information. In spring 2020, their digital channels will be refreshed as they introduce the next exciting phase to you. Okay, I'm not going to read any more because I don't care. Here's the thing I have. Here's my opinion. So, and that's just what it is, my opinion. Meghan, I'm so over the whole, it's every turn that is taken with Meghan is so like a power struggle. It's like she's so thirsty. You know, everybody has their own agenda and their own ideals of happiness. And for Meghan, maybe it's having an enormous amount of money because she's was never really going to have it on her own. And I know that she's made millions, but in today's society, $1 million is good, don't get me wrong, or 3 million or 4 million, but it isn't. I mean, when housing in California is $900,000 for, you know, a beautiful home, you start to wonder, in our society, money does not go as far as it once did. And so you just see how thirsty she is in terms of tapping into the royal purse. And it just makes her image look bad. Okay? And I mean, I think if she sticks with her authentic self, the Meghan prior to Harry, she'd really do herself, so much better than what's going on, like how she's appearing. And it's like a struggle. Will she not ever get tired of the constant struggle for power? She probably feels that the queen is older and probably will pass away, and then she thinks that it'll be maybe easier. And that's my opinion. Maybe she'll think her position in it is that it'll be easier because they won't have the original oldest solid monarch around anymore. They'll have Prince Charles and William, and she's like, I can take them, because she thinks maybe that she's already won over Prince Charles. But I think that might have been maybe more in the beginning. Prince Charles was maybe a bit softer with her, but now that he sees how treacherous and how she can slit throats, well, maybe he's not so into her anymore. And you know what they say, when you're not into someone anymore, it's all over. And it's just the beginning of being the end. And so I wanted to just touch upon this. This is the Sun that had this article. And we all know right now that basically the Queen has said, hell no. Okay, you are not using royal. If you're not doing anything royal, you are not going to profit by telling the world and assuming the position of royalty. Even though Prince Harry is royalty, he would have to go against the monarch of the family. She is the head of their entire being. Without her, no one would exist today. So, and that goes back from, in her father's day and so forth and so on. Basically, I doubt Prince Harry has the cojones to take on his grandmother. I just don't feel he's more powerful than her. He's not more powerful than William, and certainly not more powerful than his father, Charles. Even though these guys just look like docile, gentlemen, country guys. No, this is royalty, and there's a great deal of power and wealth behind them, more than you and I can fathom. And so I really don't think that Meghan has it in for the good fight, because I just don't believe, first of all, they need to stop making Meghan seem like she's this young, powerful person. She's not young. When you're over 30 and you're into your 40s, and I believe she's actually older than 40, and that's been circulating around in the internet. You can look that up yourself, and I've said that before. We need to stop making it like she's this power person and she's youthful. No, she is just knowing that she stepped out of, the life of entertainment in terms of movies and TV shows. And she's ended her career, and her career was probably tanking because there probably weren't any more gigs that she was able to really pull off. I'm sure somebody would have had to given her a break in order for her to break into, a high-powered role. And marrying Prince Harry was so much easier. But I love that, knowing that the monarchy is making it a little bit difficult for her, because really, if you were, uber wealthy, and anyone was to come into your family, say marry your daughter or your sister or your son, your child is important to you, and their future is very important to you. And if you're a grandmother and you hold the key to the floodgates of wealth and power, you're going to want to make sure that all your assets and your family name and who you are and what you stand for is protected. And seeing her as one little old lady doesn't mean much to me, because she wasn't always a little old lady. She has stayed in the monarchy for, over 50 years. And she's 95, I think, and she's just never going. I never look at the Queen as if she's some old lady. And so I really don't feel like Prince Harry would look at her as just some old lady. And if Meghan can come into a family and rock the boat it's not wrong to rock the boat, because anything new is unique and different, and it won't be good for everybody. But when you're just chaotic and you just look thirsty, and you are looking like you're using people to step on top of to get over them, then it becomes a little bit different perspective, even for people who are fans or observers, or people who just love, the aspect of watching the monarchs. They're not the only monarchy in the world, but they're very well known. I just think Meghan's a little chaotic, and she shows how thirsty she is, and that's what's really ugly, I think. Because I think if you want to portray that you have class and that you're able to be in royalty and that you're able to be part of the monarchy, one way or another, I don't care what fashion, but if you think that you're up for that, you should act like you're up for it and not act so low. And she seems to be truly looking pretty common. I can't speak for what's happening with Prince Harry. It's hard to read what's going on with Prince Harry. I really don't know what's going on with Prince Harry, but I feel like Prince Harry should know better, and I think that he's going to get real tired of this. And I don't know when that'll be, but I mean, it shows on his face. I mean, he looks miserable. I was looking at some photos of Prince Harry the other day, and he's just whole demeanor and persona has really tanked. And I don't know if he cares. Maybe that's what he wants. Maybe he's tired of living in some type of facade. Maybe he's just tired of it. It does expend a lot of energy, but you can see before he appeared to be fairly approachable and seeming like he had this good guy persona, and he's pretty cool. But as of late, and not just this year, but I mean, even all of last year, 2019, he had a puss on his face a lot. And it looked like he was super stressed often. And then people started talking about rehab. And so I think Meghan married a guy who's, dependent on rehab. And that really looks like, how did these two get together? They did not know that they, who each other were, so that she did not know that he was fallible, let's say. She didn't know that he has a mental health issue. She did not know, and she did not mind, because now you see her taking the helm. And it's not wrong to take the helm. I'm just saying this is a very chaotic, thirsty situation. And I don't think Prince Harry's thirsty or chaotic for anything. I don't think he has to be. He was born into this, and he probably knows how to deal with a lot of different things. But of course, it is probably a struggle dealing with, being a royal. I'm sure it is. It's like he's famous, and Meghan is only famous by default because she married Prince Harry. I really think if she wasn't, even her show, if she didn't marry Prince Harry, she wouldn't even be a thought on, 20% of the population's mind who watches television. I think she knew if she did this, she'd be bigger than she could ever imagine. Still, at the present, we see that Meghan is really not, she's not really sought after. If Prince Harry wasn't with her, she wouldn't be much. And I think that if the Sussex Royal Foundation, whatever they're going to name it, Sunnyside, Sunshine, Archie's Foundation, whatever they name it, I think without that, she really doesn't have a job. Like, what is she going to do? Go back to acting? And, so without Prince Harry, a lot rode on Prince Harry. So really, Prince Harry made her. So I think I'm going to end there, because at least we know that the Queen has officially banned them from using Royal, Sussex Royal. And we're going to hear in, I guess, the end of March, early April, what their new foundation is going to be. And why do we care? Because the foundation does not mean anything to anybody. It only means something to them. It's a way to keep money rolling in for them. And I'm still upset that the Duchy of Cornwall is funding them. It's just I'm not living in the UK, but I know if that was my country, I'd be pissed that they're not involved in royal endeavors, but they're still getting a paycheck. And that paycheck fuels Meghan's chaotic ideas and her chaotic, she's just seeping money out of the United Kingdom. And that should be wrong. That should be up for debate too. I mean, I'm not a UK citizen, I'm an American citizen, but if it was my country and I was a taxpayer of that country, of this country, and I was concerned about something happening in my particular, it isn't the government, but it is still kind of the government. People are paying for the royals, and I think you should be voting on which royal you want to pay for, and it should be honored. Yes, Prince Harry has a dowry, or he got money from his mother's passing at a certain age, which was like 30 or something. So not too long ago, he got so much, I think it was 30 million, I'm not sure. But him and his brother received money. So live off that. There's people that in this world that could live off $30,000, $30 million. But of course, everybody wants to think that they can't. Why can't you? And I bet you $5, friends, $5 whole. I bet you if Meghan didn't have Harry, and she had Harry, but Harry did not have any dowry coming through, or any money that he was left with, or if he was ceasing to get any Duchy of Cornwall money, I wonder how long it would take before you all of a sudden read that they were on their way to divorce via separation, which I think is probably already true. But again, who am I? I'm just speculating. I'm just gathering and forming my opinion from looking at articles and reading blogs and looking at the media, and that's just my opinion, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's just my opinion. But these two just don't look like they're on the same page. I think the only page that looks the same is that they want to make money because they need to have a certain persona pushed out into the world. Prince Harry has been born with his persona, but Meghan had to work hard just to get suits, And I'm not making light of that because I'm not in that business. And I know, I can tell you, the world is a tough place. So I can only imagine how she got there, because it really doesn't seem that most people, when you read articles or look at anything online, that she was a great actress in that show. And I think I watched a clip of the show, and her acting is terrible. It's just, I guess I got spoiled watching like Jennifer Aniston and Gwyneth Paltrow and all these other big stars. Even Beyonce is a good actor, but Meghan just doesn't have it in terms of acting. So I think that this gig with Prince Harry is her biggest yet and her best bet. I just feel badly, and a little bit, he's not a child, but I feel badly that Prince Harry got taken in by this, when he may have been able to marry someone like, say, Chelsea Davy, who seemed to be more at his level. And it's amazing how life is. So I'm going to end it there, but the Queen has said, no, Sussex Royal, you cannot use the royal brand to earn money. Yay, happy UK. Yes, I think that was the right decision. It just makes total simple sense. And of course, Meghan, they're saying Meghan is saying she can use it anyway, but they will not be using it because I find it hard to believe Prince Harry would go against his family in a blatant, obvious way. So I don't believe that they are going to be able to use it, even if Meghan thinks she can. So we'll see. Just some more weeks to wait. But we're coming out of February very quick. And so we'll hear more changes. And God, I cannot wait to see new photos of them, especially some fun photos of the dolly that she carries around. Because pretty soon this kid should be toddling around. If he's 2 years old, he should be teetering around and walking, really. So I don't think we'll see that, but how long can you carry him in your hands, your arms, every single time and swished against your chest? A 2-year-old is always moving. All right. So we'll watch out for the next Archie seeing Archie, but so far there's a little tiny win for the UK when she's not going to be able to use that name and it's not going to be profiting off of it. So what will she profit off it? I bet she starts a magazine. These are my little crazy predictions. Meghan Markle starts a magazine. The Tig is going to come back. I bet you the Tig is coming back. She'll probably start a magazine, or maybe she'll start a subscription service. I just don't see Meghan being, I don't know. I think she's a little chaotic. I just don't see her being able to take one direction and do that one direction really supremely. I feel like that's not something that's going to happen. So I feel like she'll fall back on and think she has a higher leg to stand on, going back to the Tig or doing a subscription service of her own. She may even try to be like Goop, but she will be in no competition with Goop, although she thinks she might be. And maybe she'll join Goop instead of trying to become a Goop. She'll join up with Goop and try to get some popularity there. All right, well, I will see you in the next video. I'm so sorry this was long-winded. I actually wanted this to be like a 10-minute or so video. But thank you if you stuck to the end, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.